Hello friends, welcome to my channel, A Love of Audiobooks. Today I am going to be talking about Congo by Michael Crichton. I have two reasons for reading this novel. The first is because I have some nostalgia when it comes to the 90s film. For me, this film is both great and kind of terrible. Secondly, is because I really enjoyed Jurassic Park by Crichton and found myself devouring a bunch of his novels. I am going to put a plugin for my video for Jurassic Park. It basically encompasses a summary, my thoughts, and the love I have for the movie. If you want to watch it, I will link it below. In 1979, an expedition was sent to the Virunga region of the Congo in search of diamonds by the Earth Resource Technology Services Corporation. This expedition comes to an abrupt end when the team of geologists are massacred. Back in Houston, Karen Ross watches a video which shows a decimated camp. The tents are torn, equipment is scattered, and worst of all, there are visible dead bodies. The only movement in the video comes from what looks to be a gray-haired gorilla. This video leads Dr. Ross to San Francisco, where Dr. Peter Elliott is working on Project Amy. Peter Elliott has taught a gorilla named Amy to communicate with humans using sign language. Moreover, Peter has been looking for a way to bring Amy home to the Congo, where she was born and orphaned. What happens next is a whirlwind of travel and trying to stay one step ahead of the competition, because Ertz is not the only company in search of these specialized diamonds. Will the lost city of Zinj provide the diamonds Ertz so desperately wants? Or will the secrets of the Forgotten City lead to a team's demise? I have talked about Michael Crichton's novels a few times on my channel, so it is not difficult to understand why this novel appeals to me. I genuinely find the mix of science, technology, and adventure entertaining. I enjoyed the adventure of it all, the heading off into the jungle in search of a lost city aspect, which I found very thrilling. I also enjoyed the fact that the novel centers around a small group of smart and interesting individuals, all of who are very flawed, some of whom who are more likable and behave more intelligently than in the movie, and some characters who really benefited from the movie's interpretation. I think that Crichton does a good job of building a strong plot, which is suspenseful and exciting. What will happen next is something I kept asking myself while reading this. This is done really well for most of the novel. Spoiler alert. My critiques of this book is that just as I said with Jurassic Park, I often get the feeling that Crichton is not sure how to tie everything together in the end. It feels like he goes to the trope of destroying the world he has built. It also seems to extend his novels far longer than needed. My channel is called A Love of Audiobooks for a reason. Most of the content I consume are audiobooks. This holds true for Congo. Julia Whelan narrated the version of Congo I listened to and did it very well. She does an excellent job of capturing the story and atmosphere. She makes the extra long science and history bits not seem as drawn out as they are. Like with most female narrators, her male characters are a little strained, but she does a passable job with them. Her female characters such as Amy and Karen are excellent. Overall, I would definitely listen to another book narrated by Whalen. I want to take some time to talk about the movie Congo. For me, this is where I started my journey with the novel. I've seen this film multiple times over the past 25 years. It is not an Oscar-worthy film by any means, but it is very enjoyable. It is also quite different from the novel. This will be filled with spoilers, so if you do not want to continue, I understand. The first change is Karen Ross. She is a bit different in the movie. In the novel, she is in her early 20s, a genius, and when I said very, I mean extremely ambitious. In the movie, they soften that aspect of her with the fact that her former fiance was killed in the first expedition. This gives her more reason to lead the new expedition. She is older and not quite as ambitious, or at least her ambition can be seen as warranted. Of course, a woman would want to know what happened to her ex fiance. Another huge change is how Ross handles the situation in the end. Peter Elliott is also changed for the movie adaptation. His character is less ambitious and a little less intelligent. In the novel, he is ruled by his want to discover a new species. In the movie, this desire is to help Amy, which makes him more likable in some ways. The biggest changes from the novel to the movie are Monroe, the addition of Homolka, and how the gray gorillas are dispatched. Novel Monroe is a famous white African mercenary. Homolka is basically an amalgamation of Karen Ross's worst traits, and the gray gorillas are chased off by language. A lot of why I thoroughly enjoy this film is nostalgia. It is a film that cannot be taken too seriously. It is absurd and full of movie cliches. Congo really leans into the genre of being an 90s action film. Finally, the movie has the great Tim Curry playing a Romanian philanthropist who is obsessed with the lost city of Zenge. And he does it so well. I have to say, I think it is one of my favorite Tim Curry performances. And that's saying a lot. It's a little crazy. Like always, I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to spend with me. I genuinely love reading and am quite a shy person. Making these videos has forced me out of my comfort zone, and I have really enjoyed making them. If you like my video, please leave a like, and if you want to see more of me, please subscribe. Thank you.